Sit up tall, elongate the spine. Imagine that there's a string pulling the top of your head right up into your ceiling. You'll actually feel the vertebrae separate and get a little more height. Immediately connecting to your breath. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Keep coming back to our breath so we can be in touch with our breath. We keep coming back to the mat so we're aware of our breath. So big inhales and exhales. Filling the lungs from the bottom up. Filling the lungs all the way to the clavicles, the collarbones. Quickly reviewing breath, emotion, body sensation, how it feels to be in your body this morning. Remembering to breathe into the parts where you may feel gripping or tension, any discomfort. Try to breathe into that part of the body. Make whatever sounds are in your space. Just make it part of the practice. And finally, we're conscious of our thoughts. During the practice, do you have dominant thoughts? How rapidly are the thoughts coming? Or through breath work, are you able to slow down your thoughts? What's the nature of your thought? Just observe, be a witness to that thought process. The container of this practice is created in such a way, the technology is created in such a way that it allows you to observe your thoughts, to observe emotion. No 2 days are ever the same. No 2 yoga practices are ever the same. That's why it's such a luxury to practice one kriya for 7 days. So every time you practice it, you go a little bit deeper, or you experience some different aspect of that particular sequence of postures. So let's bring our hands to prayer position. Getting ready for the Adi Mantra, the Om Namo Gurudev Namo. The first time we chant it for ourselves. I'm honoring that creative spark inside of me, my creative genius, my deep, compassionate self, my true self. I'm honoring that part of me. Big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, big exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, big exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, big exhale. Adi Mantra, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now we honor everyone in the virtual space. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now for the greater world, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We open our eyes, we come to all fours, we go right into this Kriya for morning sadhana because it has a great warm-up built into the Kriya. We begin with cat-cow, Chakravakasana in Sanskrit. Inhaling as the chin comes forward, dropping the belly. Exhale, chin comes to sternum. We do this for 3 minutes. Fingers are spread wide like a starfish. Spreading the weight throughout the palm, protecting the wrist. You can also use your fists if for some reason your wrists were sore. Or you can also come down into a sphinx pose and do the cat-cows. Inhaling as the chin comes forward, exhaling as the chin comes to sternum. All breath work in Kundalini Yoga is through the nose, unless otherwise instructed. We also strive to keep the eyes closed, to stay within the Kriya, and to stay connected to Pratyahara, the state of being within. Warming up the spine. We're about halfway there. You can begin to speed up the cat-cows if you like, but if you increase the speed, make sure you increase the breath right along with it. Thirty more seconds, keep with it. Inhale, come forward, bring the chin forward, drop the belly, your cow pose. Hold the breath, unless you're on moon cycle, then long deep breathing. Exhale, round the spine up, take the chin to the chest. Really try to round the spine, hold the breath. And release. Now we amplify going into the cow pose variation. We're kicking the right leg straight back, pointing the toes, and my chin comes forward. That's cow. Cat, my knee comes to forehead. 30 kicks. 2, 3. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as the knee comes to the forehead. 10. 20. 30, kick back, bring the chin forward, the belly is dropped more. Hold the breath. You can squeeze the bandhas, root lock, pull navel towards spine. Interesting position to squeeze the bandhas. And take it down. Maybe shake it out, let's sit back. Roll out the wrists, clockwise, then counterclockwise. Shake the hands, moves energy around too. You get this sense of your energy field all around you when you're doing this. Come back and we do the left side now, 30 kicks. Kicking back for the cow, pointing the toes, chin comes forward. Exhale, knee to forehead, your cat pose. The spine will round up. Inhale, exhale, 30 times. 10. 20. Make sure you use the entire palm of your hand to protect the wrist. The weight's on the entire palm. 30, kick back. Hold the breath. Kicking back in your cow pose. Exhale, take the knee to the forehead. Suspend the breath. And take the knee down. Let's sit back on the heels. And we sit wide-legged if you can. Or you can stay in easy pose too. I like to sit on a blanket here between my heels and my buttocks. We grab the elbows. These are the hugging spinal bends. Inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right, back to center. We'll do these for 2 minutes. Exhaling as you bend to the side. Inhale as you come up. Close the eyes if you can. Be conscious of your spine. Just visualize the spine moving on these spinal bends. Let's come back to center now. Just hold the elbows. We'll do a little bandha work. So big inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze the root lock, Mool Bandh. Pull the navel towards the spine. Uddiyana Bandha. Dip the chin. All 3 bandhas you're squeezing. And release. Bring the arms up to the cactus arms, goalpost arms. Thumb, index finger touch. Our gaze is Eyes are just open 1/10, and you can look up at the brow or look to the end of the nose or go back and forth. Inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. We'll do this for 90 seconds. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Start off gentle. Try to keep the elbows perpendicular to the floor, so keep them high. Thirty more seconds. Stay with it. It isn't often we twist like this in such a controlled way. Developing muscles, in case you ever did twist to pick something up, maybe you wouldn't injure yourself. Come back to center. Just hold it. Breathe, looking straight ahead. Big inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Squeeze that root lock, Mul Bandha. Pull navel towards spine, Uddiyana Bandha. So both energy locks are pulled in the lower chakra triangle. And release. Take the arms to the knees. 2 minutes of cat-cow. We're pulling the belly forward for the cow, taking it back for the cat. We try to keep the face straight, looking ahead, keeping the chin level. Inhaling Sat, truth. Exhaling Nam, name. My truth is my name. My truth is my identity. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. You can say it out loud if you'd like. Since everyone's muted, it won't create this echo. You could whisper it. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Eyes are closed. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Just come forward, sit in your thunderbolt pose, your hero's pose, sitting up really tall. Imagine that string is pulling your head up to the ceiling. Just close your eyes, observe. "20 minutes into the practice, as you're Have your emotions changed? The nature of your thoughts changed? Open the eyes, come forward onto all fours, shaking out the legs here. We're going to push back into our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, walking out the dog. Soon we're going to move into the 30 toe touches. But first, let's walk out the hamstrings, the calves, trying to get each heel to the mat. Bend the right knee, take the left heel to the mat. Bend the left knee, take the right heel to the mat. Maybe you get both heels down to the mat. Just let yourself invert, let your head just hang. And slowly walk the hands back to the feet. You'll be in your deep forward fold. Feet can be about hip width distance apart. Makes it a little easier just to hang here. You could move your head in little neck rounds if you wanted to, clockwise, then counterclockwise. Just be in this inversion. Bend the knees to protect the lower lumbar spine. And tuck the chin to the chest, so the chin is right on the sternum. And then slowly come up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last thing to come up. Big toes touch. Heels slightly separated. The true Tadasana, your hands are at your side, palms forward, shoulders down, relaxed, back of head over lumbar spine, eyes are closed. You can turn it into a balanced posture. Just breathe. Integrate the body with the mind. Connect to your breath, tethered to your spirit. We'll begin the 30 toe touches. You can do these with the big toes touching. It's a little harder with the feet really close together, or you can separate the feet. Hip width distance apart, whatever you can experiment. Palms are open. Bringing the arms up slowly, palms face down to the floor. Inhale, coming up. I look at my hands as they come up at my shoulder width. Maybe I give myself a little baby back bend. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, come to the floor, touch the floor with the fingers 30 times. 2, 3. The spine is warmed up now, so these should be good. Make sure you bend the knees though. And 20. Just 5 more. last one. Come down, come up, stay up. Bring the arms up, look up. If that's okay with your neck. Really try to reach the ceiling with your fingers. Really reaching, stretching the spine. Slowly bringing the hands down to the T. Palms open. Flat to the floor, so you feel the energy coming up from the floor to your hands. Energy shooting out through your fingertips. Really get a sense of your wingspan, how big your energy field is surrounding your body. Your subtle body. Let the arms float to your side. Just stand in your Tadasana. Integrating body, mind, spirit. Scan your body, that you're letting go, no gripping. Shoulders are relaxed, face relaxed. Open the eyes and we move down to the floor for the life nerve stretch. You might need some water. Remember the life nerve stretch? We're taking the legs as wide as they'll go. I like to sit on a little blanket, at least giving myself a couple inches of lift. Helps my lumbar spine feel more open. So first we're just grabbing the knee, grabbing the shin. Maybe you get to the ankle. Maybe you can reach the toes. Margaret is a great demonstration there. Her back is flat and she's reaching her toes. So just kind of breathe into it first. The fascia has to release, flexing the feet back towards the midline. Now for 2 minutes, set the clock there. Inhaling up, exhaling and bending to the left, inhaling up, bending to the right. So you may want to move the hands to the ankles or the shins for the actual stretching motion, or maybe you can keep your hands on your toes or experiment with it. Maybe on the toes for a while, then to the shins or the ankles. Exhaling as you come forward, inhaling as you come up straight. You'll feel it in your groins. You'll feel it in the abductors, those muscles inside the thigh. So we've been doing it a minute, so let's sit up tall. See if you can spread the legs a little wider even. Then back to the breath work. Every time we move in yoga, we try to be conscious of a breath. Am I inhaling or exhaling as I move? It turns the movement into a kind of moving meditation. Especially if the eyes are closed. Come back to center. That's 2 minutes. Maybe you can hold your toes. Now for 1 minute, with long, deep breathing, we try to bring the forehead to the mat. Exhaling as you come down, inhaling as you go up. You'll feel this stretching out, the kidneys, the adrenals, the lower lumbar spine. You may feel it in the thoracic spine, the backside of the lungs and heart. Good stretching, everyone. A few more seconds. And that's our minute. We come up. I like to sit on 2 blankets now and bring the soles of the feet in to the groins. I'm interlacing all 10 fingers in Venus Mudra. Then I'm wrapping my hands around my toes. All 10 fingers, all 10 toes together. Then I begin the butterfly flutter. The goal is to get as much movement as possible in the knees and the groins. And you're sitting up really tall. Long, deep breathing. 1 minute. Try to get as much flutter as you can muster. Looks good, everybody. Almost there, 15 more seconds. Gets tiring, I know. It doesn't seem like it would, but it does. And inhale, pull up on the feet. The arms are straight and taut. Sitting up really tall, stretching the spine, back of head over lumbar spine, so you're sitting up really tall. Big inhale. Let's hold the breath, squeeze the root lock, Mula Bandha, pull the navel towards the spine. Great place to squeeze the bandhas. And release. Staying in this position with powerful breathing for 1 minute. I'm just trying to take the head to the mat. Coming back up, inhale, exhale down. Try to get as far as you can while you're still holding the legs, the feet, I mean. It's called a butterfly bend. A very healthy way to bend the spine. Your spine is that highway, it's a river for the electrical current, for the chi, for the life force, for the prana, moving up and down the spinal column, all the way to the brain and back down to the coccyx. So come back, sitting up tall, great place to review the chakras. First chakra at anus, right in the center of the body. Second chakra at the sex organs. Third chakra, 2 fingers below the navel, the center of the body. So picture those chakras with your spine coming up through the center of them. Fourth chakra at the heart. Fifth chakra at the throat. Sixth chakra, third eye. Seventh chakra at the crown. The 8th chakra surrounds the body. Open the eyes. We move into bridge pose, Setu Bandha Savarngasana. It's a long enough Sanskrit name. So the soles of the feet are on the mat. Arms are just at your side. You try to touch the heels with your fingers. Maybe you can even grab the heels. Inhale, I lift the pelvis up. Exhale, I slowly come down, feeling all the vertebrae in the thoracic spine and the lumbar spine, one by one, touching the mat. It's very slow. That's one. We do this 24 times. Inhaling up, slowly letting all the vertebrae come down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Finally, you're on your adrenals and kidneys. Inhale back up, slowly coming down. Do these at your own pace. I'll keep the count going. We're at 7 now. Stay connected to your breath. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go down. And you're isolating the movement in the spines. Really try to feel each vertebrae touch as the back hits the floor and the mat. Close your eyes so you stay within. The heart is open, throat is open and exposed. Let's do 5 more. Last one. Really feel the thoracic spine as it touches, then the lumbar spine, kidneys, adrenals, all the way down to the coccyx, tailbone. Now slide your forearms underneath your buttocks. Palms are on the mat. Back of head is on the mat. We begin the pumps. A minute of piston pump. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. I like to inhale or exhale every time I move my leg. You get a little shavasana at the end of this, so give it your all. 45 more seconds. Fifteen more seconds. It goes slow. Time goes slow in this posture. At least it does for me. And take the legs down. Let the arms come out to the side. Just let yourself go into a minute-long shavasana. Honor yourself for making time to be on your mat. I know some days it takes a lot more discipline than other days. But you are aware of the benefits of the time spent on your mat. So now draw the knees towards the forehead towards the knees, and begin 45 seconds of spinal rolls. So we're trying to just massage the spine. You get a little roll going in a controlled way from the feet to the back of the head. So you're massaging the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in a gentle way. If there's any discomfort, always ease off. Just a few more seconds here. And release. Now turn around, come onto your stomachs. We move into this low cobra or high cobra. So the tail of a snake, the feet are together, big toes touch, heels touch. Your palms are under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Forehead on the mat. The neutral pose of Cobra. Then inhale, we can just raise the shoulders up off the mat so my hands are still touching, elbows in tight to the side body. I can do my breath of fire right here, or I can come up into a higher Cobra and do my breath of fire. Begin. 1 minute. Big inhale, and try to look over the left shoulder, just gently, don't twist too hard. So you're putting some stress on the neck, so just twisting to where it first comes to a stop, don't push through the stop. And release, come back to center, then look over the right shoulder, big inhale, hold the breath. Lower back, legs are relaxed. Back to center, inhale, let's look over the left again. Holding the breath, back to center, inhale. Hold the breath again, look over the right. And come back down, take the left cheek to the mat. Arms at your side, palms to the ceiling. Stretching out, giving the neck a nice stretch here. Surrendering to the mat. Lift up the head, take the right cheek to the mat. Stretching out the other side. Draw the palms under the shoulders. Sit back on the heels. I've renamed this pose. I call it the Susan Calandra. So I bring the forehead down to the mat, or I can't really get my forehead to the mat, so I bring it to a blanket, 2 blankets. So my forehead is on my blanket or a pillow. Then I interlace the fingers behind my back in this Venus mudra. Then I lift the arms up to 12 o'clock. Long, deep breathing. Can feel a little claustrophobic. So just ease off on the breathing or lift the head up a bit. The diaphragm is crunched, so it's harder to breathe. You're opening up your shoulders and your heart. Really stretching the shoulders. Just a few more seconds. Inhale, lower the arms, come down. We'll come into an easy pose for this wonderful Sufi grind. We're coming on to the last page of the Kriya now. Just 1, 2, 3, 5 more poses, 6 more poses. This, I think, is the longest Kriya I teach with this many poses. This is the one where we're grabbing the knees, sitting in easy pose. We're isolating the movement right at the 3rd chakra, right at the solar plexus, the core. I inhale as I come forward. I exhale as I come back. So you kind of think cat-cow here. You can close the eyes. Wonderful place to observe the mind. "50 minutes into the class. Is your emotional state different than when you began?" All breath work through the nose. Okay, staying in easy pose. Come back to center. This is the arm pumps. We'll do this for 1 minute. Make the fists. First, draw the arms back. We end here with a bandha squeeze. So really feeling the chest open up, the exposed heart. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just don't think about it.
The
Pardon me?
didn't do it the other way.
Oh, we didn't do it the other way. Oh, I'm sorry. We can go the other way, yes. Okay, let's go back to the Sufi grind. So now you go counterclockwise. Thank you. It's always important that if an exercise has 2 sides, that we balance the sides. So thank you, Margaret, for correcting me. Isolating the movement in the 3rd chakra, in the solar plexus, the core. Being conscious of the 3 lower chakras. Now coming back to center. Now we'll move to the arm pumps. So I make fists, I draw my arms back, really opening up the chest. Then just do it without thinking about it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All the breath through the nose. You're pulling the energy up the spinal column. You're moving the lymph in the endocrine system. You can shift your mood because of all of the deep breathing. Imagine your spine is lighting up. Inhale and bring the arms back and hold the breath. Squeeze that right at the anus, the mula bandha. Bring the navel towards the spine. Uddiyana bandha, you're pulling it back and up, pulling the energy up the spine and release. Hands come to knees. We begin the shoulder shrugs for 1 minute. Inhaling up, exhaling down. I like to open the mouth on the exhale for a little more drama. Letting go of any emotions that don't serve you. Fear, judgment. Negative self-talk. Ten more seconds. Inhale up, squeeze the bandhas, suspending the breath, creating the hypoxia to the brain for neural pathways, neuroplasticity, and release. Go right into the neck rolls, coming to the right first. I inhale as my chin comes up, head's rolling around. Exhale as the chin brushes the sternum. About 15 more seconds, then we'll reverse sides. Now reverse, counterclockwise. Inhale as the chin comes up. Exhale as the chin brushes the sternum. Obviously, we're working with the upper chakras here. Heart, throat, third eye. So visualize that you're pulling energy up your spinal column. We want all that chi moving freely, effortlessly. No blockages. And coming back to center, just close the eyes, just observe, sitting up tall in your Buddha pose. If it's comfortable for you, come into hero's pose, Vajrasana, where the knees are close together. I put a blanket between my buttocks and my heels. We're moving into the wood chops, the arm pumps. 70 of these. Venus lock. Inhaling up, exhaling down. All breath through your nose, and let's begin. Halfway there. Ten more. Inhale, interlace the fingers and reverse the palms so the palms are to the ceiling. You're pulling the energy up the spine, so really stretch as tall as you can, sitting up as tall as you can, pulling the energy up and down the spinal column. Everything's moving freely. Health, wealth, abundance, well-being, harmony, union, everything is operating, body, mind, spirit, connection, and release. Float the arms down. You can stay in this Vajrasana, or you can move to easy pose. My left palm is just sitting in my right. Eyes are closed. We're inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam silently. Just 2 minutes of meditation here, mindfulness. Long, deep breathing. Face is relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. No gripping anywhere. Now for the pranayama, before we go to shavasana, we're going to practice the pranayama I sent out from Dr. Baxter Bell. He's calling it the COVID-19 pranayama. It's what nurses are teaching patients to use in hospital in Great Britain and in the United States. It'll seem easy for you because you're more experienced practitioners of pranayama. We breathe in for 5 seconds, we hold for 5 seconds, we exhale for 5 seconds 6 times, then we bring our arm up and cough into our arm twice. We do 2 rounds of that, and then we move into Cobra pose and hold a pillow or a blanket, and we breathe on our stomach. You can feel the backside of the lungs really filling. There's a lot more lung capacity on our backside than our front side. So that's why they're putting patients on their stomachs. So you can stay in Thunderbolt, hero pose, or you can move to easy pose, like Susan is in, or Kurt and Susan, or Janet's in easy pose. So whatever way is comfortable, Kristen's in easy pose. I think I'll stay here. So I'll count it off for you. You're just sitting up tall. Could you have your hands maybe in Gyan Mudra, the wisdom, knowledge mudra, thumb, index, finger touch, pads touch. So I'll just count it off. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the right arm up. Cough 2 strong coughs into your arm. Bring the hands back down 1 more round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the left elbow, cough twice. Now, I didn't remind you to have a pillow or a blanket, but if you have something, if you need to go get it, you can just lay on your stomach, but it's not quite the same as something that fills the space. You can just lay your forehead on your hands, palms down, or you can make two fists and lay your hands here. We're just going to breathe for about 6 minutes, just comfortably, long and deep, and try to breathe into that thoracic lung cavity and the lower lumbar spine. There's a lot more, probably millions of alveoli, these little lung sacs that fully inflate when we're lying on our stomach rather than lying on our backs. And that's why COVID patients are placed on their stomach. And this breathing exercise, they're convinced, helps keep people off ventilators. Everything should be relaxed. Buttocks, thighs, chest, face, everything's relaxed. Just breathing long and deep. Really breathing into that lower thoracic and lower lumbar area of the lungs and the thoracic cavity. You're learning how to use all of your lungs to fully inflate all of the lungs and all the alveolas. The deep calming breath will also calm your mind and help lift emotion. About a minute more, so just keep breathing as deeply as you can. Feeling that lower lumbar region really expand. The belly will actually push down onto the mat as the diaphragm drops and expands. Now just roll over onto your backs, right from where you are. Just turn over, roll onto your back. And now another 6 minutes in Shavasana. You'll feel a difference when you're trying to breathe on your backside. That lower lumbar thoracic region just doesn't open as much. So then it makes sense why patients are placed on their stomachs. Letting everything go. And breathing with compassion for all those who are suffering. Begin to breathe together. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Another inhale through the nose. This time, breathe with an audible sigh. Ah. Another inhale through the nose. Audible sigh on the exhale. Ah. Begin to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Take the arms over the head. Stretch, interlace the fingers. Point the toes. Aware, conscious of the tips of the toes to the tips of your fingers. Then let's draw your knees in towards your chest and then take both knees to the left side. Torso face to the right side, stretching like a cat. And then take both knees to the other side, the right side, and stretch the top half of your body. Cat stretch. Maybe you roll up into a spinal roll again, bringing the knees to the forehead, or happy baby pose. You can rub the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands, really creating warmth and awakening all the nerve endings of the feet and the hands. Making your way back up to a seated position whenever if you need one more stretch or something that your body's calling for before you come back up. Moving our hands to prayer position. I try to keep my personal feelings out of the practice, but I feel so much pain this morning over another black man being killed with those neck pole things. George Floyd, I just want some consciousness to go out to the African American community. The suffering. We'll close with our call and response of the longtime sun. May the longtime sun shine upon you. You won't hear each other because I can't unmute anymore. I don't know what's wrong. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. We bow to each other and we say Sat Nam.